A group of archaeologists found an ancient Roman temple complex impressive by its sheer size. The temple complex, which is dated to have nearly 2,000 years old, was discovered in the Netherlands and represents the northern border between the Roman Empire and the barbarian world, and promises to throw some light on the complex relations between the civilized Roman world and the tribal barbarian societies. Join us while we uncover this new fascinating discovery. In a clay pit, the miners noted something out of the ordinary and called a group of local archaeologists. Later that they know, they were on the ancient Roman limes. The Roman limes were one of the most well-known Roman borders in the ancient times. They once marked the northern boundary of the Roman Empire, a place that divided the civilized world from the barbarian world. In a way, it was where order clashes with chaos in the Roman mentality. And this has always fascinated archaeologists, because there is so little information on it that it's difficult to know how much of interaction between the Romans and the barbarians actually happened. Did they trade a lot? Were in constant wars? Or did they live like they were in separate continents? Understanding how the barbarian world worked during the Roman Empire times is vital to understand the Roman society, and this discovery brings a lot to the table. The group of volunteer archaeologists discovered on the site a great number of artifacts there, and this sparked a full excavation of the site. Among the artifacts were found remains of small figurines of gods, reliefs, and painted plaster. But this was just by scraping the surface of the site. The main treasures were still underneath. As the excavations progressed, they uncovered the remains of two temples. The temples were dated to be between the 1st and 4th century AD. The first temple had colorfully painted frescoes and tiled roof. The temple was built using the Gallo-Roman style, a Gaelic-inspired but still very Roman construction technique common in the area. And just a few meters away from the first temple, they found another smaller temple with also impressive frescoes. On the site, they found several altars dedicated to the gods such as Hercules, Jupiter, and Mercury. There is evidence that the altars were used for centuries, at least during the time that the Roman Empire was mostly pagan. Also, complete votive stones were discovered on the site. The votive stones were used for votive offers or votive deposits. Basically, one or more objects are deposited or displayed there without the intention of recovery or use. These offers were made with the intention of gaining some supernatural favor. This practice was very common in the ancient world, but still exists in some cultures nowadays. The archaeologists also found evidence that the site was used for military purposes, as they uncovered parts of military armors, spears, lances, and horse harnesses, which indicate that the site was used regularly by soldiers. Another evidence of military presence was the roof tiles found at the site that were typically made by the military at the time. The altars on the site were used by the high-ranking officers to thank the god or goddess for fulfilling their wishes, and it was not always related to their success in battle. Living that far north for the Romans could be difficult, and for them, simply surviving in these northern regions, that far from home, was reason enough to give thanks to the gods. It was very common in the Roman times to make sacrifices to the gods, and it was also found near there fire pits for ceremonial fires, making the site a probable location for animal sacrifice. The location is giving an interesting insight into the Roman military daily life and how they lived when they were defending the borders against the Germanic barbarian tribes. This discovery is described as outstanding in several fronts. While other similar Roman structures have been uncovered in the Netherlands, this site was the first discovered on the northern border of the Roman Empire. and give us a little bit more hindsight on the life of the Romans. If you'd like to hear news and history about the Romans, stay with us by subscribing to our channel. And to be notified about our upcoming videos, don't forget to hit the bell icon. There is always something new to discover. And if you wanna know more about the Roman Empire, click on the video appearing on the screen. Thank you for watching. Tibi Gratias Pro Vigilabo.